So what I would say overall is things are looking pretty good, actually. I would say that there are some challenges for sure, and it does appear to be more toward the end of August in terms of career, money, finances. But for the most part, everything is looking good, and this looks like a really good month. There's going to be a good time so long as it's well strategized for sure. I definitely see. Okay, we'll talk about this in a couple of things because I see a few cards here that speak to travel. So. But I also see the Fool card being one of them. And of course, we have some cards further out, but definitely the card of rest and relaxation, of course, the Six of Swords. So, sorry, Four of Swords. But what I see here is there's a bit of a compromise that needs to be made in terms of the finances. So I feel like you're really going for some of you, for those that are traveling, like I said, it's all going to speak to you in slightly different ways. But for those of you that are traveling, I would say your finances might be a little bit something you need to really watch toward the end of the month, because it looks like you're kind of having to make a decision to really watch your spending here and really control the way in which you execute your finance. So I feel like you will be having a great time wherever you're going. Again, this is for those that travel. I'll read it from the other perspective here as well. But for those that are traveling, it looks like this is an amazing time. And there's a really good opportunity to reconnect with friends, family, that kind of thing, significant connections, that kind of thing as well. So, but really happy, coordinated, well coordinated sort of event. And it definitely looks as though you're having some, just an amazing positive energy all around here. A lot of finances do come into play, however, in this month, and it almost looks like there's a little bit of money that's coming in to help you out, so that you can have a better time. But there is certainly a little bit of a level of assistance in coordinating this activity. But you are ready for some kind of respite, is what I would say here. So, okay, so this is the one interpretation. I'll do the others here as well. But for the most part, like I said, Knight of Cups energy, you're taking action on moving something ahead. You're moving in the direction of something that makes you happy here. Definitely, Knight of Cups is, emotionally satisfied, but it definitely speaks to. I want to say that because it's next to the Fool card, it's almost like, it's like a new adventure for you of sorts. Maybe you haven't had that for a while, and I guess given, the state of affairs with the world for a while there, things were probably less than desirable in terms of travel for many. But either way, I feel like you are really enjoying this energy all around, because the King of Cups is one who's in control of their emotions, but the Knight of Cups is, kind of an adventurous sort. So this is somebody who's really kind of making the best of a situation, ready for a new adventure, rapid developments, that kind of thing. Somebody who wants to enjoy themselves socially and really get out there, and that's what I feel like you're doing. I feel like you're kind of tuning off anything that is not going to, be sort of in line with the adventure that you're taking here. So I feel like you are guarding against anything emotionally challenging. That's what I would say there. So you're definitely dealing with things on an intuitive basis here. Knight of Cups definitely still speaks to money that's coming in. However, it also speaks to money going out just as quickly. So again, if you are feeling like, you could, get some significant improvements here through a connection, that would be something I would say you're entertaining. So there could be some assistance around that in helping you to achieve this goal. So it feels like there's more than one person involved in this trip, if that's the case for some. And again, for others, it's a journey that you're jumping into that you're just going to have some fun with, and it is still related around a connection that's pretty significant here. So yeah, like I said, Knight of Cups, I feel like you are just tuning out anything that's going to get in the way of your good time, so to speak. And I'm really seeing the card of the Sun highlighted, so I feel like you're going to a very warm spot. It does feel like I said, you're just on top of the world. It's a whole new adventure here, because the Sun is a really optimistic card. It's it's bringing a lot of energy to you, and you feel like you're renewed again somehow. in this month. And again, even if you're not traveling, it still feels like it's a card of renewal. It feels like you're excited about this new connection, or I wouldn't say new connection, but revitalized connection. But it definitely feels like there's a lot more adventurous sort of spirit here in this month. And again, for others, it's you traveling to a warm climate, because there's definitely travel associated here. Some travel cards for me, more than one. And I do feel like, again, money's looking pretty good here at the beginning. And again, it feels like you're getting some assistance here from maybe family here as well. It's a significant connection for sure. It could also be younger person, something along that line. But I do see with that Ten of Cups energy that it's a really, it's making you quite elated. You know, this is something that makes you quite happy here. So we also have positive outcome, you know, to the situation. So where you feel like your energy is fairly balanced with that Six of Pentacles energy. Again, not major arcana, so except for the Fool card, that is the major arcana for the month. You know, I would say is really the main energy this month for August 2023 career money finance. So whatever that is for you, it feels like you are just ready for this full-on new career or new adventure for some of you. But it's unlimited potential. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. And I feel like it's just a really fun project. And there's just a lot of good energy around the card of the Fool. You know, you're not naively jumping in here, but you're more open than normal to, you know, this new opportunity. And it's not, you're just kind of living in the moment. That's what I would say there. So your quest is underway here, and I feel like this is you just radiating, you know, complete excitement about jumping in here. And it certainly feels like you're expecting a good time, that kind of thing. So Six of Pentacles energy is, again, six is still about balance and harmony. It does feel like there is some kind of reciprocated energy. There's a give and take in a situation. There's a lot of, you know, good things going on between you and others here. It looks like everything is sort of playing out as expected. Everybody is kind of doing their part. You're not having to do all the work. There's a shared energy here, and it definitely feels like I said, I mean, you're not doing things alone here. So in terms of you being open for, you know, whatever activities kind of come about, it feels like it's well coordinated with everybody. That's what I would say. In terms of projects, it would also be well coordinated and getting some assistance, getting the right information, getting something that's going to be able to, it's a good exchange, and it's giving you that sense of really putting value into one another, that kind of thing. So like I said, it's paying off debts, it's doing the right things, it's putting money in the right places. So things are going smoothly here, especially for the majority of the month, that kind of thing. And it's like I said, even keel, exchange of energy, everybody's doing their part, everybody's sharing resources, and it feels like things are kind of balancing out that way. When we get down to the Ten of Cups, like I said, I mean, it feels like it's a family situation that's really coming together to coordinate things and really make the best out of a situation. Ten of Cups is that energy of very, you know, excited, very happy, very emotionally satisfied. Definitely speaks to your feelings being, you know, your feelings being in perfect harmony, and there's definitely some level of prosperity that's involved here. So it feels like there's money that's coming in again from family that gives you a sense of security and fulfillment. So I do feel like you are achieving what you wanted to achieve, especially because we have that followed with the Six of Wands. So I feel like there's a good balance, good harmony, good connections, family connections here as well, reciprocation in how you are enjoying this month in terms of your finances. Again, there's a little bit more balance for sure in how things are playing out. I do feel like your personal relations are really the things that are helping you to embrace you know, this little adventure that you're on here. There's definitely family connections here as well, and those are who those you consider to be family, those that you love the most, that kind of thing. Three of Pentacles energy here as well. This is really good energy for coordinating things and making things happen, so it's kind of stepping it up. So I feel like this is going in the right direction for you because you are, you know, creating with other people, and there's a certain amount of loyalty that comes with that. So whatever differences you might have had, that would sort of be set off to the side here, because there is a level of things being well balanced, and even in terms of skill level, if you're not traveling, there is an upscale of your skill set. And again, it seems to be coordinated with other people here as well. You could have some attention to detail if you are dealing with things on that level. There's a lot more perfectionistic tone coming in here. I would say there's a little bit of recognition as well for skills or how you're doing something. People are quite impressed by the way that you pulled something off or the way that you're dealing with your life. And I definitely feel like you were making clear maneuvers, clear strategies and plans to keep things moving in the right direction. So everything is good in terms of your skill building. That is increasing. Your level of understanding is improving. So again, a little bit of a perfectionistic sort of attitude that might be coming through here as well. But I definitely feel like you are still in the developmental phase of something, if you were in terms of work, that kind of thing. But it's a real professional quality as well that's coming out here. The Six of Wands, like I said, the basics are done is really what I would say in terms of a career situation or in terms of a plan of some sort that you're trying to enact. The basics are done and you are really pulling something off because you've moved it to the next level with the Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is again really about balance. You've harnessed the right energy. There's no need to panic. Everything is drawing you a little bit of attention, and you probably had a little bit of challenge here, but for the most part, I don't really see direct challenge. I just see that you're getting assistance and everything is kind of laying out smoothly here. Like I say, Six of Wands, that energy is really you being on top of the world and certainly being recognized here, like I said, but it's also a victory card in terms of a task or a victory card in terms of completion of something. Whatever obstacles that you had, this would be you a conquering energy, but it feels like it's more along coordination with other people, and that skill set is smoothly transitioning here. So again, this could be, I don't see new jobs, new starts, anything like that. New starts only in terms of a plan forward, but you're building on the skill set. So to me, it's not, could be self-employment if that's the case here. But for the most part, in terms of an actual journey in your finances, I feel like you are rising in value in some way. And again, whatever that is for you, but there is a fair amount of help that's coming through to coordinate this and really make something happen for you. You're not doing it alone. And I feel like you're in better shape than you were before in terms of how things are playing out. So you really possess that ability to conquer things, period, and put yourself into an advantageous position in the month of August. I also feel like you have not only just meeting the challenges, but you also have a decision to make here. Maybe there is a sense here that you are, maybe the decision is that you're making to, maybe the decision you're making is to hold off on overspending with that Four of Pentacles as you get close toward the end of the month here. I feel like there's a little more restriction around that because even though you've got some mastery in organizing things, I feel like your strategy is that you're going to kind of cling to your idea of security and safety over any overspending. So you really want to establish yourself firmly on this in the next phase of things, in the going toward this next step. I don't feel like you will be doing anything radical because I feel like even further out here, it feels like there is a sense of disappointment around something, around the money, I guess, on some level here. Five of Pentacles does indicate that there could be a little bit of hardship or a little bit of, why am I not able to do this? Or something feels like you're being not able to have something that you want here. But I feel like, you're making some maneuvers to rest and relax and kind of sit back with the situation. But it could also be that you're not feeling very supported in how you're going forward toward the end of the month. So it feels like there's a certain level of emotional disappointment that you are putting upon yourself. I don't see any direct specific goal or sorry, obstacle that's in front of you in the month of August. I do feel like there is some worry for you though, and I feel like, again, you're feeling like you're abandoned, or there's a little bit of insecurity that's kind of arising here in around this Four of Swords energy. So that main energy is that you have to sort of change that, self-esteem sort of issue that's coming through there. And again, it's like you feel like you're kind of abandoned in some way, just toward the end of that month. But or you have been feeling that way, and this is why the Four of Swords is coming into play here. Because again, fours are all about balance and discipline and stability and planning, and I feel like your plans are solid with the Four of Swords. So I just feel like you are in a place where you just want to sit back, you want to kick back, you want to, you know, isolate a little bit here and just be in that place of in that place of, where things are lacking a little bit of extra responsibility and just kind of easygoing slow down. You know what I mean? Um, like I said, I feel like your decision is that you're going to be just really hanging on to the money toward the end of the month. But again, when we get to the Four of Swords here, it's still about some distance, putting some distance between some of these emotions here as well, that, sadness and feeling like you're left out or lacking in something. But it's overall like really good energy here, and it feels like things are going to be there's a lot of excitement and anticipation that's building here in the month. But again, by the time we get to sort of that end of the month scenario here, that Four of Swords kind of speaks to you needing some emotional healing as well as kind of some financial reprieve here. And not so much that, I think it's more along the lines of your insecurities, your self-talk. I feel like that's what you need a break from, is kind of the mental anguish that you're kind of putting yourself through. Not mental anguish as in maybe harsh words and whatever, but more along the lines of, well, I should say it is harsh words because that's insecurity with the Five of Pentacles energy. And like I said, I mean, it still feels like you're making some progress here in this month, and it does feel like it's, you're in a place where Four of Swords is you're ready just to relax and really enjoy things and get rid of this frustration and get rid of this low energy period here. So I feel like there will be a happy change here in the month of August. And again, I feel like there is some space here where you're getting a chance to rest and relax, and that is allowing you to release a lot of this tension around your emotions and around lack of security and insecurity, and especially around finances. Like I said, overall it feels like you are traveling and just ready for a rest. You're just ready for a rest of some sort here. So we also have I feel like you're happy because you're doing something that you want to do here. So for some of you, it's a career path, a career situation. I feel like you're really happy because you are getting some kind of assistance. You are getting some kind of help. You are getting some kind of, something that you suffered from before is somehow being renewed. And like I said, even in terms of finances, I just feel like everything is looking better than you had expected. And there is a lot of resources that are pooling together. There might be a little bit of a dispute here at the end of the month in terms of finances. Maybe money is slowing down a little bit, and there's a little bit of concern with the Four of Cups. But overall, like I said, I still feel like things are kind of moving in the right direction. So, I mean, things might be more than you expected. Something like that could be also coming into effect. But either way, I still feel like you have some positive travel plans here, and maybe you can't accomplish all of the things you want to do with that Four of Cups energy. There's a sense that you maybe don't have enough money to do all the things that you want to do, and so maybe that is causing a little bit of unhappiness in a certain way here. But I mean, overall, like I said, you're still coming from the cards really speak to a pretty strong energy here, even though you do have some financial concerns at the very end of the month. But I still feel like you're being resourceful, and there is good energy here to to bring things out. Um, just want to check into like the fact that there's a sense of really trying to keep the balance, but there's a lot of enthusiasm, like I said, and excitement toward how things are going forward. But the Two of Swords to me is that energy again where you're in that space of, yes, you are making a decision to be frugal with your money, and maybe that's why it's kind of a little disheartening that you can't do more or have more fun. But it just feels like there is a little bit of restriction around that. Like I said, whether you're deliberately doing that or whether you are just doing it because you have to, I still feel like something around your finances might be a little unexpected here. But overall, like I said, there are still travel plans here, and there is some kind of unusual event or new idea or something that's going to kind of balance things out with that Four of Pentacles. So you will have some kind of maybe delay of some sort in going forward. Maybe something of your plans gets delayed, or that could be why there's this level of disappointment here as well. That you think that something isn't going to come through in time, something like that. But I did pull out a few other cards here, and I'm just going to kind of bounce it into where it's really moving here. So I did pull a few other cards that were clarifiers. Actually, maybe I'll just pull it through this way. We'll get rid of the last ones here at the end. And then I can show you what the other ones were that I pulled. So there's some repeat cards for sure. And Six of Swords is definitely the travel card as well, because I was clarifying on what the disappointment was. So again, even though there is some level of progress, and it is around travel, because there's travel cards all over here. For me, we've got the Six of Swords, we have the Page of Cups. There's some news coming in that's going to put you in more of an advantageous position. So by the end of August, that could be where things are headed. You're getting some information, or something is moving you ahead. We also have the World card, so something's coming to a conclusion. And then we also have the final card of the Sun. So the Sun is an indicator that you are going again on a trip, and that there is some really happy news, happy information that's going to kind of offset whatever you were worried about at the end of the month. So fear not. Everything is going in the right direction, because this is probably what the last reading was in terms of what the card was with the Ace of Cups. So anyway, things are looking pretty good. Like I said, I mean, you definitely have a reason to feel pretty confident because you are getting help. You're getting assistance and making something happen that's kind of balancing everything out for you. So again, might have been a little disappointed in maybe what the money was, whether it's yours or the assistance that you were hoping for. But either way, you are attracting really good things this month. You're upscaling, you are learning, you're strategizing. You definitely have some help, definitely some family connections, definitely on some kind of a journey, new, freeing journey, something that really makes you feel a lot more open to, to things all around. I mean, the Lover's card in itself is, like I said, it's not just about connections and that kind of thing. I mean, the Lover's card also is about decisions, like I said, and it feels like you've made a decision that you need this journey, you need this new way. You're seeking some level of wholeness. You're trying to find a way to look at things from the point of view, what's right, what's wrong in my world, how do I fix all those holes within, and so it feels like that's kind of the journey that you're on here. Overall, like I said, I mean, I just feel like it's a really positive energy. So I'm a little bit tired here right now, guys. So hopefully that isn't too blasé. But anyway, I'm just waking up here. So anyway, that's what I have for you. And definitely looks like everything is going in the right direction. Money, like I said, you might toward the end of the month is looking as though Something comes through for you, just not what you had expected in terms of money, but you are getting some assistance. You're definitely making some choices, decisions this month that are making some good moves for you. Very positive, working with a lot of people to connect. You're upscaling yourself, and you're definitely feeling a sense of adventure here. You're really ready for this new journey. Anyway, that's what I have for you, and it's going to bring you a fair amount of bliss with that Ten of Cups. You are super excited with that Ten of Cups energy. So, like I said, whatever disappointments were at the end of the month, really savor the moments with the, with the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So it's not wish fulfillment. It is definitely a position, though, that is taking you into something that's restoring you, and it is ultimate fulfillment. The Ten of Cups is ultimate fulfillment. So, like I said, I think you really made a huge difference in your life by doing whatever this is in the month of August, because it's like your balance is restored. There is a certain level of family happiness around you as well. And I just feel like there's a lot of luck in this month, a lot of good days versus any, mundane little sadness days at the end. But overall, I feel like there's improvement. And even with your money, I feel like you're really learning how to stay level. And like I said, I mean, the feeling is one of um, feeling like you've completed something with that Ten of Cups energy. It feels like everything just cohesively works together here in this month. And there's a lot of flow. I don't feel like disconnection or anything like that. There's just a lot of really good energy here. There's a lot of flow, a lot of positive things that are coming in here. And again, I mean, there is material gain for sure, that is coming in, but it feels like it is everybody working together to allow you to feel all this level of happiness. So it's maybe that team that you're working with, or the team being family, or those that you consider family. But either way, everything is just well orchestrated. Like there is material prosperity here, but it's more about, that prosperity is coming in because of successfully working together in a team. And yeah, that's why I say you're using your resources creatively. Again, I feel like you are just going down with a very practical mindset, just to be careful about how you spend, not overspending. And there's definitely, forward growth here, forward movement with that Three of Wands. Like I said, I mean, it's still, working at something to a high degree. With that Three of Wands energy, this is where you're actually able to move something ahead better than it was before. So you're not just stepping through the door, this is actually, moving it into the next stage of development, even in terms of a career situation. This is around that energy of, there might have been a waiting period here, but again, or delay of some sort. But either way, I just feel like you're headed out on a new journey. Again, some of you it's a travel situation, others of you it's an actual employment, not just employment, I would say like side job or something like that, but because I don't see a lot of, well, the Fool could be a new job or new energy there too, I suppose. But with the Three of Wands, like I said, I mean, it's just about that growth and discovery, and I feel a lot of that in this reading, driven by inspiration, effort to accomplish things, and really find meaning in the things that you do, and really appreciating things. You're really living in the moment in the month of August. And again, you're really taking satisfaction in your connections in the month of August. I don't know why, but something about 3 days is becoming relevant here. So maybe it's a trip just for 3 days, or I'm not sure. But either way, it just feels like there's a lot of really positive, expansive energy here. And I feel like you're really about to embark on a brand new adventure on so many levels, because you're optimistic. All of August is, except for toward the end, there's a little bit of feeling left out or a little insecurity, but I still feel like for the most part rapid growth, expansion, and definitely creativity, and definitely in a place of feeling like you're moving ahead in some way and that you're on a new adventure. Like you feel somehow like you've unleashed something as a part of yourself with that Three of Wands. And that's where it's going to revitalize you and give you a lot more momentum and a lot more energy. You have the ability to go the distance regardless with this card and the combinations that I see here. And a lot of repeats around optimism. Be optimistic. You know, despite whatever challenges you're faced toward the end of the month, be optimistic because it is all going to turn around for the best. I did pull a few others. I'll just kind of maybe go through these. I was just going to leave them out, but I've changed my mind, so I'm just going to put these to the side. Okay, so anyway, last cards out is, yes, you are going through a little bit of self-sabotaging energy, a little worried, a little concerned at the end of the month, feeling a lot more miserly, closed off. Could be a sense that there's a dominating energy around you or a masculine energy that's influencing you, or again, Aries might become relevant here. There's also a sense that a child or some kind of communication is coming forward here as well, but things are advancing and going forward. Two of Wands energy, like I said, I mean, that's definitely things are going to be okay. And it's definitely not, you know, somebody might be trying to exert influence over you with that Two of Wands energy, but, you know, it's still making a mark on the world. It is still energy of, you know, going in widening your perspective in a particular direction. And it's certainly achievement here as well. And I do feel like maybe there is sort of a splitting of power or divide that needs to be addressed here because it was followed up by the Justice card and kind of the negotiation. Certainly Libra is coming in here, and it does seem to be around family with the Ten of Pentacles. But oddly enough, there is also the King of Pentacles here, which is kind of surprising to me. I really couldn't figure that one out entirely because the King of Pentacles is somebody who has a pretty good amount of money. So maybe there is somebody here that is relevant that you're dealing with that has a fair amount of money and exerts some kind of influence over the situation. But again, you know, this is somebody who deals with, you know, their values over logic, values, order, and logic and tradition, that kind of thing. King's definitely very mature, very charismatic, business leader, all of that, stabilizing kind of force. Anything they kind of touch becomes, you know, golden, so to speak, or they really do things the right way. So could be dealing with someone on that basis here as well. We also have the Queen of Cups. And again, that energy still came through with, so maybe there's motherly energy here that you're really concerned about. But with the Eight of Cups, I feel like, you know, everything is going to be okay because that could be around a coupleship here as well, because we did have the card of the the Emperor coming through as well, and that's really about trying to just maintain things in a basis of keeping it safe and calm and collected and just doing things in an orderly fashion. Stay to tradition and everything will be fine. Like do things from a practical point of view and everything will be fine. That is your advice for that period anyway. Whatever that little obstacle is at the end. And again, it seems to be Aries very prevalent here as well. Libra definitely coming through, but the energy is to be, you know, stable and dependable and practical and stay in your authority, stay in your power, stay controlled, stay disciplined. Really focus on your inner strength here toward the end of the month. I don't see any tower moments or anything that is causing huge upheaval. It's really just about your inner thoughts seem to be kind of getting into the way at the very end there, where you didn't feel as confident toward the end of the month. So, but this is your advice card, is to start feeling a lot more empowered, you know, because there could be, there's some real strong success ahead. And of course, I feel like this is travel by car for a lot of you. But something is coming in very quickly here that you will be, everything's going to be fine. You know, Three of Cups is everything is going to be fine. There's not going to be a worry here because you're really strategizing, you're really thinking clearly, and you definitely are making some sacrifices and changing your perspective, but you're back to manifestation mode. So this is really being in that space of, I can figure it out. I have the ability to create my own destiny. I have the ability to overcome. I'm using my intuition. I will figure out my answers. I'm taking action. I'm using all my resources. I am empowered. I definitely have, everything is amplified with this card, and it's the ability to manifest, or the ability to make something happen and realize your potential. So this is you focusing on the goal, figuring it out, and again, it's definitely about fulfillment. So fear not, whatever you're entering into at the end of the month. And again, there's nothing that's a major arcana out there, so you have nothing to really worry about. It's just you kind of allowing your mindset to run amok. Anyway, that's what I have for you. And for career, money, finance, things are still looking pretty good. You're just a little worried about something toward the end of the month, but for the most part, like I said, everything will balance out, and you'll get through it. There won't be any real direct problems. I don't see any tower moments. There's no obstacles. Everything is running pretty smooth here. So keep moving forward. Never give up. And remember, you have the power to create your own universe. Just make sure that it's co-creating. So co-creating is always using spiritual intuition to guide you to what the next action will be. So take care, and we'll see you in future.